Y'all, it is verdict watch, y'all. What is going on? What is popping? What is crack-a-lacking in them streets, y'all? In the Diddy streets. Let me see. Hold on. I got lipstick all on my lips. Hold on. I got lipstick all on my lips. I have to fix my lipstick. But welcome in, y'all. Happy Monday, y'all. We are on Diddy Watch officially, you guys. And there was an issue already with one of the jurors. He did not want to abide by the judge's the rules, right? The rules and the regulations, right? There's rules and regulations everywhere, no matter what you do in this life. It's rules and regulations everywhere, right? What's going on, babe?
I'll be right back. I gotta go report.
What happened?
You know you're doing your thing.
What happened?
This sick serial killing behind, we on your joints, I'll curse. Who did I tell you was a guilty murderer? They killed 4 innocent college students. Kohberger just pled guilty. It's breaking news. I gotta go. And then I'm gonna take the bell.
Wow. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in.
Pled guilty. Finally admit he did it.
Oh.
So he got 2 life sentences. So he wouldn't get the death penalty.
Oh, wow. Welcome in, y'all. Is anybody in the building? Is anybody here? Hello out there. Y'all, this is crazy. It's going down. It's going down today, huh? Okay, that's fine. Hey, y'all, what is going on? What is going on with my YouTube, y'all? I'm telling you, it is going crazy out here. We are on Diddy Watch, and y'all, like I said, the one juror, he was 51 years old, male. He didn't want to abide by the rules, so they gave him the boot, lightly and politely. And then they brought in another juror that was a black female juror. So what is going to be the outcome of this? I don't know. Do y'all know? What is y'all thoughts? Do y'all think he's guilty or do y'all think he's innocent? That's cool, guys. Says no ways. Yes. So y'all, there's another breaking news. If y'all don't know, me and my baby, we've been watching also the Kohberger. And Kohberger, breaking news, you guys. Kohberger has just pleaded guilty for killing 4 college students. Y'all remember Kohberger? We're going to go to his trial. But y'all, he pleaded guilty. He took the L. And now, I guess that's probably over and done with. I guess he's probably not going to trial. Because if you plead guilty, there's no reason to try to prove that you are, innocent, right? So he just pled guilty. This is breaking news upon Diddy's juror watch. Breaking news. So y'all, it's going down. It's crazy. The cool guy says, whoa, this is madness. Yes. And we knew that he was guilty. We knew he came in there with them big old bushy afro eyebrows. And the girl, one of the girls that made it and lived, said that, oh yeah, it was a guy. I seen his bushy eyebrows. And y'all know Bryan Kohberger, he had them afros sitting up there above his eyes. So now, today, breaking news, you guys, he has pled guilty. So Bryan Kohberger has now pleaded guilty, you guys. Hold on, I'm going to have to change my title, you guys. This is crazy. That cool guy says, yeah, like real bushy, yes. Philly, yes. He says, D, my eyebrows thin. Yes, he had the afro eyebrows. And the girl, there was like 5 girls or 6 girls, I think, in the house. And then there was, I think 4, wait, let me see. It was 3 guys and 1 girl that got unalived. So I think it was like 4 or 5 girls and a couple of guys. Well, they're saying that Kohberger, he basically, once they came in from hanging out at the nightclub late at night, it was like 1 or 2 in the morning, the girls ordered some Uber Eats. So after the Uber Eats was delivered, that's when Bryan Kohberger went back and he was able to get in the house after the food was delivered, and then he was, shanking them with a big old long, the kitchen utensil, a sharp one, and he unalived them. They said it was, blood everywhere. It was nasty. It was really nasty. And he was trying to plead innocent, from what I understand. But y'all, this is breaking news just right now. He pled guilty right now for the murders of the 4 college students. Now this happened, let me see, this happened like a few years ago, and he's been, I guess he's probably tired, and plus he don't want the death penalty. He don't want the death penalty. Hold on. Let me see. Kohberger. Yes, so this is breaking news. Hey, Tammy, welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing today, girl? Cloudy YT. Hey, how are you? Breaking news, you guys. I'm sorry. We were supposed to be talking about Diddy, but this just broke 30 minutes ago, 38 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. Bryan Kohberger, the one that killed the 4 students in I think it was Idaho or somewhere like that. I think it was in Idaho. Let me see. This is breaking news, y'all. I have to probably go back and change my title. Let me read this first though. But it says News Nations has learned a plea deal has been offered to Bryan Kohberger, the man charged with killing 4 University of Idaho students in November 2022. And he has accepted. So y'all, they basically said you plead guilty and then you can get life in prison, I believe, or you can go to trial and then your fate is in the hand of the jurors pretty much. Tammy says that guy looks creepy. Yes, he looks creepy. That's what I was telling everybody. He has the big old afro eyebrows. And remember the girl that made it out? She lived to like tell her story. It was so sad, but she was the only one that made it out. And she said that a guy she seen, she's like, when he was in there, well, I guess maybe it was dark, and she said all she remembered was his big old bushy eyebrows. And when y'all see him, he looks creepy, and he got them big old bushy eyebrows in one of the pictures that he took, like pretty much after he, killed all of them. But y'all, let's get into it. This is breaking news, y'all. So hold on real quick. Give me like a few seconds, because I'm like, I need to go and change my title. Let me see. Bryan, hold on real quick, you guys. How you spell his last name? Yeah, he pleaded guilty to 4 basically this gonna probably be charged with murder. Let me see. Oh, no, you're fine, man. Oh, okay. Hold on, you guys. Stick with me. Let me see. I can't even spell. Hold on. Okay, Bryan Kohberger pleads guilty.
What are you trying to find?
Of
What are you trying to find?
killing. Oh, no, I'm just updating my title. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Because y'all know Diddy, he's on the chopping block. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Let's see, said the blind man. Okay, of killing 4. Okay, 4. Oh, man. Why is my time always got to be so long? Let's see. Yeah, I'm still alive.
How do you change the title of the thing?
Hold on, you guys. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to see. And it's still saying, let me see. It's saying it's too long. Let me see. Okay, let me just delete this. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. I'm just trying to update my title because we got breaking news that Bryan Kohberger, aka Afro Eyebrows, has pleaded guilty, you guys. Let's see. Has pleaded guilty. Let's see. Did he watch verdict? Okay. Pleads guilty for cops. Okay. I just have to update my title, you guys. Welcome in, y'all. There's breaking news, you guys. Bryan Kohberger, like I said, if you guys are just joining us, he has pled guilty to killing 4 students in a college and at the University of Idaho back in 2022. He has been in custody for a little piece of minute. We're gonna see. But anyway, it says sources confirm Sources confirm the prosecution has proposed dropping the death penalty in exchange for Kohberger pleading guilty to committing the murders and a burglary charge. So they're charging him with burglary and the murder charges. Y'all, smash the like button. Let's get into it. It says News Nation has learned Kohberger must also agree to spend the rest of his life in prison without the possibility of parole and must waive his rights to an appeal. It says a court hearing for a change of plea will be on Wednesday. What in the world? I wanted to go to this trial, y'all. Me and my baby wanted to go to this trial because Jamil he was hard up on this Kohberger trial for a long time. But y'all, let's continue. And then we're going to get into the Diddy stuff, y'all, right? We're going to get y'all's thoughts and opinions on Diddy. But it says Kaylee Gonclay's family reacts to Kohberger's plea. It says in a statement on social media, the family of one of the victims, Kaylee Goncalves said, "It's true. We are beyond furious at the state of Iowa. It says they have failed us. Please give us some time. This was very unexpected. We appreciate all your love and support." And it says hashtag heartbroken, hashtag Kaylee Jade forever. Oh my God, this is so sad, y'all. Hold on, this is terrible. So it says Kohberger, 30, a former graduate student in criminal justice at Washington State University, faces murder charges for the deaths of Zana Madison, Kaylee, and Ethan, who were killed at an off-campus housing near the University of Idaho on November 13, 2022. He had pleaded not guilty. He first pleaded not guilty. Him and his afro eyebrows pleaded not guilty, y'all. Them afro eyebrows, they were afroing. So anyway, it says the students were found with fatal stab wounds in and off campus rental home in the early morning hours. It says investigators believe the 4 students thought to be sleeping at the time were fatally stabbed between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. in the morning. According to the coroner, there were no signs of SA. A little over a month after the killings, Kohberger was arrested at his parents' house all the way in Pennsylvania on December 30th and extradited back to Idaho. Court records show that investigators identified Kohberger as a suspect through a combination of DNA evidence at the scene, cell phone records, and the suspect's white Hyundai Elantra. Now, let me tell y'all this, right? Let me tell y'all this, right? Tammy says, I wonder why, though. Yeah, let me tell y'all this. I believe the reason why he pleaded guilty, to answer probably your question, Tammy, just the other day, I think it was last week, all of a sudden, they have a witness. And guess who the witness was, y'all? The lady that delivered those girls Uber Eats food at 3 o'clock, around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when this all happened and went down. This just happened last week. They said they have a eyewitness victim that is going to be probably testifying. So when they came out with that, all of a sudden today, his lawyers was probably like, she's seen you do it. She's seen you go in the house. She probably was watching, probably waiting and seeing what was going on, because y'all know they're young. They're high school students. They want to party. They want to have fun, drink. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever they were doing, right? So what happened was just last week, I believe it was just a few days ago, Jamil told me, baby, oh my goodness, guess what? They got an eyewitness. I'm like, well, who could be the eyewitness? I did not even think about the Uber delivery girl. So it showed her at the police station telling what she's seen. So I bet you after that came out last week, just a few days ago, that's when I bet you Kohberger's lawyers was like, oh no, you might as well go ahead and plead guilty. If they are offering you this because this girl seen with her own eyes what you did, and she knows that you went in that house after I delivered, her the food, and seen him go in there, and then it was blood everywhere. It was disgusting. the blood was coming off of the porch or off the, like, it was nasty. I could not even believe how much blood was coming out of that house. It was crazy. But that's why I believe that he went ahead and they offered him guilty. You take your guilty and you go to prison for the rest of your life. No appeals, no nothing. If you go to trial, okay, you will be getting the, possibility of getting the death penalty. So I guess he tried to weigh his options, like, well, let me just go ahead and plead guilty to killing all 4 of these students, 3 girls and 1 guy. It was crazy. It was really, really crazy. So y'all, let's continue. It says the trial was scheduled to begin in August, with opening arguments expected to for August 18th, y'all. I wanted to go to that trial so bad because I'm telling you, I knew that Joker did it too. Me and Jamil was on his heels left and right, more Jamil than me, but Jamil was following that for the last couple of years. And he was like, I cannot believe that he just right now came out. Jamil just ran down the steps. Oh my God, baby. Bryan Kohberger pleaded guilty. So y'all, he pleaded guilty. It's not going to be no trial, which is good, right? Which is good. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Lisa says, I'm going to call him Ben Jamil after the lounges, baby. You is a mess. You is a mess, Lisa. Yeah, so this is crazy. I'm telling you, this is breaking news, y'all. And y'all know that Kohberger, he was acting like he didn't do anything. He was acting like as if he don't know what happened. He was over there, y'all. Over there scoping out the area in the middle of the night, talking about he's over there at 2-3 o'clock in the morning watching the sun and the moon. I'm sorry, the moon. Who is watching the moon at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? No, you were scouting out a spot. Hey, Joseph, how are you? He was scouting out a spot to wait and see when these girls came in. And y'all know another crazy thing about the Kohberger trial? This is really spooky. This girl is an Asian girl. She was like his co-worker, I believe. She was working with him. Then it's like she was like kind of feeling him, like she was like attracted to him or something. She had left her house key, and I guess he knew that she would leave her house key in the drawer. Do you know this Joker took the house key out the drawer, went to Home Depot or somewhere, he made a key, went over to her house and was moving stuff around or something creepy, right? And then she didn't really notice or realize it till later on. I need to get the details into that. But it was like a creepy situation, right? So then he goes to this party where these girls are, these college girls, and he's like just sitting back. And it's weird, like somebody's going to a party. You know, people go to parties, and then you have somebody sitting in the back off by themselves. They ain't talking to nobody. It was like a whole weird type of situation. Then he somehow got one of those girls' phone numbers, and somehow he was maybe liking her for some reason or whatever, or maybe he was just trying to find somebody to kill, to unalive. He ended up with her phone number, and he was sending her crazy text messages. He was sending her messages like, hey, I like to go hiking, want to go hiking, or some like crazy messages. And she's like, I don't remember you saying, you know, when are we going hiking or something crazy. And she's like, what? It was like a weird story. I need to go back and refresh myself with the stories, because I'm telling you, that boy was weird. When he was younger, he was like a big guy. So he was like a little pudgy, chunky guy. So I guess as he got older and maybe going through whatever he went through, he started like losing weight or whatever. So then it's like he was trying to maybe feel like he was like, you know, maybe handsome or something. But he was doing all of this crazy, like weird stuff. He even he was in school in college for like forensic, I think it was a forensic something. He was at the university. He was in, let me see.
Forensic scientist.
No, I don't think he's forensic science. Let me see. Hold on real quick. No, he was a graduate student, and he was going to school for like criminal crime scene something. Oh yeah, criminal justice. He was going to school for to be a criminal justice major at Washington State University. And it was crazy because he was like trying to, do research on like, how to cover up crime scenes, how to do this, how to do that. And it was weird. It was like really, really weird. It was really weird. It was weird. It was weird. Tammy said, didn't he leave a fingerprint DNA in the house? Well, I think so, Tammy, but I definitely know what happened was he dropped. Remember, they said he ordered a big old knife off of Amazon. And then when he ordered the knife off Amazon, and somehow when he pulled the knife out, he dropped the you know how those big old knives have like the cases, like the real nice like leather cases. Well, he dropped that. Hey Tanya, how are you? Hey B Sander, how are you? He dropped that somewhere along the crime scene, and then hold on. Oh, he dropped that along the crime scene, and that's when they found that, and I guess that's when they were, I think, probably pulling fingerprints off that too. And it was crazy because his mom, his sister, and his dad, I think they all shared an Amazon account. So when they were doing the research on like who ordered this Amazon knife, and then something happened to the knife. I think it's when matter of fact, when he had did the killings, then he went back and ordered another knife, like the same knife. It was crazy. I was like, oh my God, oh my goodness. Tanya says, I'm well and hope you are. Yes, I'm doing great. Y'all, this is breaking news. Bryan Kohberger, I thought me and my baby were going to go to this trial because I really wanted to see him in person, see what he looked like. I wanted to see them afro eyebrows. And y'all, he has pleaded guilty just right now. Breaking news. He's pleaded guilty to all 4 murders. And now they're saying since he's pleading guilty and he accepts that from the state, that he has to waive his right to getting what is it called? He has to waive his rights to getting getting out early from prison. He has to waive his rights, and he has to stay in prison for the rest of his life. So y'all, that is breaking news. So we gonna see what's gonna happen, what's gonna transpire. Cause y'all, I'm telling you, when that girl came, the Uber Eats girl, when she came out and was at the police station last week, she was over there singing like a songbird, and she was telling everything that she's seen, and she was an eyewitness. Kohberger probably got scared, and his attorneys got scared, because who's to say that she didn't have any of that on her camera? And I think some of the cameras around there, I want to say, don't quote me on this, but I think some of the houses were catching him going up and down like a whole bunch of times, up and down the street, up and down the street. Like, why are you driving up and down my street a million times overnight when it's like middle of the night, right? It's very suspicious, right? Y'all, let's smash the like button. This is breaking news. But y'all, I cannot believe that, hold on just a second, you guys. I cannot believe that he pleaded guilty, because I thought that he was gonna go push the envelope all the way to where he couldn't no more. And where he was gonna push the envelope all the way until he felt like, okay, I'm getting away with this. But when that eyewitness came out, y'all, I'm telling you, just last week, that was a game changer for him, and I believe that shocked and scared him, because his lawyer, I believe, was trying to say that he had all these problems. Y'all know how it goes whenever you plead insanity, plead this, plead that. You know, that's what I think the lawyer was trying to do with him. But now they had an eyewitness to the killings, and they seen all the stuff that the Uber Eats girl seen everything. Hey, Teresa Bullock, how are you? They seen all the stuff that was happening, and they were like, I mean, the Uber girl, the Uber Eats delivery driver. So they know that they could not, because who's to say, like I said, who's to say she didn't record that exactly of him walking in the house and then nobody else seen them afterwards, right? It is crazy. Teresa says, hey girl, what's going on? Teresa, do you know, remember I was telling you guys just the other day that I wanted to do Kohberger trial next? Well, it's breaking news just right now, like 20, 30 minutes ago, you guys. Bryan Kohberger, the one that killed the 4 students, remember the 3 females and the 1 male at the University of Idaho? He just pleaded guilty. Remember at first he was pleading not guilty? Well, he's pleading guilty, and the thing is with his little guilty package is that he has to stay in prison. He can't get out on early release or anything, and he could do that, or basically he could go to trial, plead not guilty, and then he could end up with, you know, getting the death sentence, whatever. So this is breaking news. But y'all, let's see. Let's see. You didn't put that box in the oven, did you? You put it on pizza thing? Okay. Hold on, y'all. Because this is breaking news. I am shocked. I am really shocked because, like I said, I wanted to go. I really wanted to go to that trial. I really, really want to see. Everybody is breaking. It's all over the place. Everybody is talking about it, you guys. Everybody is talking about it. And when I say this Joker, let me see. This Joker looks crazy too, y'all. This Joker. Hey, Jeanette, how are you? Hey, Daryl, welcome. This Joker, y'all, I'm telling you, he looks crazy, y'all. We're going to watch a video on how crazy he looks. But this is crazy. This is really crazy. So let me wait for this video to catch up. This is crazy. I am shocked, y'all, but we gonna listen to what happened. Breaking news
coming in from the state of Idaho once again, but on a different story. As News Nation has just learned that the accused killer, Bryan Kohberger, accepted a plea deal. Yeah, a plea deal was offered. He has accepted the deal. Sources are confirming that prosecutors proposed dropping the death penalty. That was the deal in exchange for Kohberger pleading guilty to committing 4 murders and pleading guilty to burglary as well. So guilty plea in exchange for no death penalty. Now the background on this story, you'll remember he's accused of killing those 4 University of Idaho students at their home. It was back in November of 2022.
Oh yes, you guys, it was back. Do you guys see right here in the house? The house right here. This is the front. I think this is like I believe it to be the front door. Let me just say, like, this is the front door, right? Y'all, they said there was blood coming all the way down here. Like, it was so gross. I think they're even trying to tear this house down if they haven't already tore the house down. But they said it was blood. It was so gross, y'all. It was so sad and so grueling to see that this boy went in there and killed 4 people, and then blood everywhere. I mean, it was a whole tragic, disgusting crime scene. But y'all, let's continue to listen.
Say Kohberger must also agree to spend the rest of his life in prison without any possibility of parole. So jail for life, no parole, but again, no death penalty. Must waive his right to appeal as part of this as well. Plea deal has been accepted. A court hearing for a change of plea will take place on Wednesday, so in 2 days. So this is just breaking. They'll be covering it in more detail tonight on Elizabeth Vargas Reports and also on Banfield, one of many big stories we're covering. Now, thank you for watching.
Wow.
Subscribe below and download.
Yeah, this is crazy, y'all. Let me see if I can find a picture of Kohberger, y'all. I'm telling you, this guy was weird. I think that he did the criminal justice degree, like, program, because I feel like he was trying to kill somebody. Hey, Joseph, how are you? He was trying to kill somebody, and he went and found the perfect person in his mind to get rid of. But y'all, I'm telling you, this situation, it is crazy. Okay, hold on. And the girls are so pretty, y'all. These little beautiful girls, they are so beautiful. I'm like, oh my goodness. All of these beautiful girls got unalived by this monstrous monster, the Afro eyebrow man. Y'all, we're going to play the video. These girls are beautiful. Oh, my goodness. And let me say this, the sad thing that is, of course, that they passed away. They got killed by this monster. But the other sad thing, y'all, let me tell you, 2 of the girls, they were best friends since they were little girls. That is the most devastating. They were best friends since they were little girls. They grew up together and everything. Went to college together and everything. And both of them were the victims of this tragic crime. Sad. Teresa says, so sad. I remember that. It was like a party house. I think because the kids were very popular and nice. He looks like a scary, scary dude. Yes, Teresa, he looked like a whole demonic entity. Even after he killed them, y'all, it was so sad. He was in a picture standing like this. It looked like his thumb was like red and raw from like, you know, unaliving them with the knife, like going back and forth, if y'all know what I mean. Sad, sad, sad. And these girls were so beautiful. But y'all, let's listen and check out the video. This is so sad. Okay.
It was made from the roommate's call, or phone,
Thank you.
excuse me. And we're not going to divulge who made that call. They came here together.
Okay, hold
They
on.
eventually get into.
See, you guys, okay, so this is, I don't know their names by heart. He'll probably call them out. But this is one of the first girls they're showing. And this was the only boy. And what is sad about this situation, I don't know, this boy, he was the boyfriend of one of these 3 girls. I'm not sure which one, but I'm sure they'll probably tell us in this video. But look at how beautiful these girls are. And this little demonic entity then ended their life so sad and tragic. When I say this situation was sad, y'all, this was heart-wrenching. This story, I'm telling you, so sad. And one of them, like I said, one of them was their boyfriend and girlfriend, one of these 3 girls. And then the other 2 girls, 2 of the girls were best friends since like they were young. Sad, sad, so sad, y'all. But y'all, let's continue listening.
Into the same apartment together.
Is this your place?
Yeah.
Perfect. You know why we're here?
I assume noise.
Noise, yeah.
Yeah.
And in the end, they died together.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Matt Johnson in for Ted Rollins alongside Juliet Janae. Thanks for being
Yes,
with
Tammy,
us. We are going to
facts.
turn our attention right now to developing news out of the state of Pennsylvania, where
Hey,
a
John.
judge in the college murders case is expected to make a major ruling about testimony from key witnesses in that case.
Yeah, this comes after 2 friends who found the victims' bodies are speaking out for the first time. Let's listen to them speaking on Good Morning America earlier today.
In the documentary, you tell the story of really not feeling alarmed when Dylan called you.
I joked around with her on the phone. You know, it's something you would never expect.
It's November, so I had shorts on, slides on. Like, I wasn't prepared to obviously stay there. I was just going over to check to see what's going on. I would say as soon as you get there, you know something's wrong.
And as
Sad.
we're seeing this new information come out from those witnesses, this morning other potential witnesses appeared at a hearing in Pennsylvania to determine if there is cause for them to be compelled to travel and testify at Kohberger's upcoming trial in August. Bryan Kohberger is accused of killing those 4 University of Idaho students back in November of 2022. And just last week, the judge denied the defense from bringing up alternate suspects as a theory at trial. He also denied a delay in this trial.
Major rulings in that case.
Wow, and this is crazy. This is like a whole, like this is some real breaking news, y'all, because I believe that his lawyer was trying to, I think if I heard, like I said, I need to go back and familiarize myself with this case because it's been going on, as you guys know, for so long, since 2022, and he's been in jail for that long. So I'd like forgot about most of the stuff that has gone on, but the stuff that I told y'all is like really sticking with me. But this guy is a whole monster, y'all. Tammy says, who's to say he never did this before now? Exactly. Like, is there any other like missing people? Is there anybody else that got unalived around that area that hasn't been spoken for as far as who did this crime? I'm just saying, hey Candy, how are you? I'm telling you, this is breaking news. And let me see if I can find a good picture of his afro eyebrows, because when I say his eyebrows are bushy, them eyebrows, I'm telling you, the eyebrows, you can probably French braid them. You can probably put a couple of my braids in his eyebrows. His eyebrows are that thick. I'm telling you, this is sad, you guys. I cannot believe that he was even trying to act like he was trying to plead not guilty. You done killed 4 beautiful college students and you trying to plead guilty? But no, the super saver Uber girl, she came in and she's like, oh, I heard, I blah, blah, blah. And that's when that joker and his lawyer started doing the two-step. They was like, oh no, we got an eyewitness. No, it's not looking good for you, Bryan. Are you sure? You know, you might as well go ahead and plead guilty. Matter of fact, they gave him an option. You could plead guilty. And then these are the circumstances and the stipulations to you pleading guilty, or you can plead not guilty and probably get the electric chair, right? And get fried. So he was like, no, let me go ahead and take that. Let me go ahead and take that guilty for 400 over there in left field, right? Let me go ahead and take the L on that, right? We already knew he did this. Like, we knew he really did this, right? Teresa said he was jealous and probably mad that he couldn't be with any of the beauties with his unattractive self. I'm sorry for saying that about him, but I'm just saying, you're right. This is the whole thing, Teresa. He was going to these parties, hanging out with these beautiful young girls. Y'all see how pretty they are. He was able to get one of them's phone number, and then he was texting them like weird stuff. Like, we going hiking still? Hold on, wait a minute. We didn't even make that, agreement. We didn't even make that like arrangement. We didn't talk about that. You asking me to go hiking or whatever? I bet you if he probably would have took the one that he was texting, he probably would have killed her by himself. He probably would have killed her by himself and then tried, because y'all, they caught him because guess what? He told his parents something, and his dad flew from Pennsylvania all the way to where he was, Idaho or Washington, right? His dad, and then they were driving. They were driving all the way back to the East Coast, and then they got stopped by a police officer. And when they got stopped by the police officer, they found out like who he was, and they arrested him. I believe that's how he got caught. But it was crazy. But let me see if I can find a picture, because when I say this joker, he is a whole, like, you can tell just looking at his picture, he looks like a murderer. He looks like a whole, look at how demonic he looks. I mean, look at him. He looks so, this is the picture I was telling y'all about. Do y'all see this picture right here? Let me see if I can bring it up a little bit bigger. Let me see. Let me see if we can see this picture a little bit bigger. Or maybe I have to go back. Okay. Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like all over the place. Hold on. Because I want to show you guys them eyebrows. And when that girl, the one that made it out, and all she can remember is she's like it was, I guess, dark. And she remembers saying, like, I remember he had these big eyebrows. And then they were trying to say something like trying to throw that off. But that girl remembered them eyebrows. Let me see. Teresa says, Lounge, you're so funny, but you telling the truth. His eyebrows are so thick. I swear I don't think I've ever seen anyone. Yes, for real, right, Teresa? I mean, they look like you can put maybe 3 or 4 French braids, right? You can braid his eyebrows up and put some beads at the end of it. His eyebrows were really, really thick. And the girl that made it, thank God she made it to tell who it was, because he was showing up at the parties. He was doing all kind of weird, crazy stuff. He was being like really creepy. And when he was being really creepy, they were like, oh, that's the little creep. And see, they even talk about Ted Bundy, like he was a whole Ted Bundy. He looks like really, really scary. But I'm trying to find a good picture of him with his, let me see. I'm trying to see a really good picture of him with his face close. Let me see. And that's kind of like that's like the best that I can find for right now. But if y'all, I don't know if y'all can see his eyebrows. If y'all can see his eyebrows, y'all can see just right here, probably maybe not too good, but y'all can see like how bushy his eyebrows are. I mean, they look like a little baby afro above his eyes. His eyes were so bushy. The girl, the one that made it and survived, thank God, she's the one who told them, no, it's somebody, this guy has bushy eyebrows, and it looks like it's him. It looks like him. It looks like Kohberger. It looks like the crazy one that was over there at these parties. the one that was over here hanging out with people. So Kevin's laughing. Yes, so it was crazy. It's crazy. Teresa says, woo, he looks so creepy. God, you're right. Yes, he looks creepy, but y'all, he looks really creepy where he's over here and he has his thumbs up, and you could tell he was working that knife, if y'all know what I mean. I know it sounds like sad, but he was working the knife so much, his thumb right here, it was like raw. You know how you have like some type of like a knife or like a sledgehammer or something, and then you're like you're gripping it really tight and you keep on like a shovel or something, you know, you're doing like this, you know, like shoveling dirt or something, and it rubs your thumbs or your hands really raw. This is what it was, his thumb. This is what this picture was looking like. But let me see if I can see a bigger one of him with his thumb up, because you can't really tell right here on this picture, the one I showed you guys. But just look at him. This is like right after he committed the murders. Do y'all see? It's like he's putting a thumbs up, like mission complete. And they talking about him like as if he was like the same, like Ted Bundy. They were talking, there was an article, hold on, let me see. There's an article that's saying that he was like pretty much like another Ted Bundy. But let me see. Because I just ran over it, that article. But yes, he is like a whole Ted Bundy. I think, like I said, if that girl would have went with him by herself, I think that he would have killed her, because it was like he was looking for somebody to kill. He was researching how to cover up crime, how to do this, like all these crazy, creepy stuff that people of that mental craziness would be looking up, trying to find somebody to kill. And then he not only killed one person, he killed 4 of them. All of them were in the house together. It's crazy. Teresa says, whoa, he looks like a creepy, so creepy. God, you're right. Sauter says he looks like Ted Bundy. They are related. Yes. Tammy says looks like Bundy and Lurch Kid. Yeah, he looks crazy, right? I mean, if I would have seen him and I would have seen him in the in the hallway at nighttime, if I was there and you seen them bushy eyebrows, that would be very, very a memory that would stick in your mind, right? You would be like, oh my goodness. And it sounds like he's really tall, because I think she said that he was tall and he had bushy eyebrows, from what I can recall, because like I said, it's been like 3 years ago. But it is crazy. It is crazy. So when that girl, let me show you guys. Let me see if I can find that video, because when that girl came out, they were like breaking news. Bryan Kohberger, let me see. Bryan Kohberger, witness, Uber driver. Says the Uber driver, when she came out and said she seen him, I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, wow. I was like, whoa, oh my goodness. I was like, this is crazy, right? I was like, this is crazy. This is really, really crazy. But let me see if I can find, hold on. Let me see if I can find the Uber driver. Okay, I'm sorry. It was DoorDash. It says Bryan Kohberger, the DoorDash girl. So she wasn't an Uber driver. I'm sorry. I stand to be corrected. It was a DoorDash. So let me see. And this was 11 days ago. I see. It seemed like it was last week, but it was 11 days ago, y'all. And it says Idaho murder case, DoorDash driver to testify as surprise witness in the Bryan Kohberger case. Y'all, let's get into it, because I'm telling you, when that girl came and she said she seen what she seen, Bryan Kohberger and his lawyer, they were like, whoa, let's go ahead and put the 99 lights on. And Bryan, you better hurry up and say that you're guilty. And then they probably didn't even offer him the guilty plea, but they probably was telling him, you better plead guilty, because somebody seen you doing what you did, homeboy. But y'all, let's get into it. Let me rewind this, because I'm telling you, this situation is crazy. But y'all, let's listen.
Producing fresh evidence or creating doubt about previous testimonies. But they also warn that witness credibility and the relevance of their statements will be carefully scrutinized by the jury. The addition of this DoorDash driver underscores the complexity of the case. It shows that investigators are leaving no stone unturned and are willing to bring in all possible witnesses to establish the truth. Bryan Kohberger's defense team has so far denied his involvement and aims to challenge the prosecution's narrative. How this new testimony will fit into their strategy remains to be seen. As the trial continues, every new development...
Oh, wait, hold up, y'all. There's a good, perfect example of them eyebrows, because he probably been plucking them out while he's in the prison. Look at them eyebrows. Can y'all see his eyebrows? Do y'all see how thick his eyebrows are? I need to go ask him if I can take and get me an eyebrow toupee, because I need some eyebrows. I need to borrow his eyebrows. I need to see if I can get an eyebrow transplant, but not from no murderer. Oh, absolutely not. But anyway, look at how thick his eyebrows are. Look at this man's eyebrows. He hardly got a thin little line, but look at his eyebrows. Look how bushy them things are. I'm telling you, in this situation, he better be glad he was even given the option, because him going in not guilty, y'all, they would have put him on the electric chair and fried him until he was like toast or fried burnt bacon.
As the trial continues, every new development is closely watched by the public and media.
Crazy.
The stakes remain high, with the lives of the victims and their families at the center of the proceedings. In the coming days, the court will hear from the DoorDash driver and both sides.
Oh my God, Tabby, you is hilarious. Tabby said he needs a weed whacker. Tabby, you is hilarious. Teresa says, yes, Lounge, you can see his eyebrows going crazy. Yes, they like eyebrows gone wild, right? Hey, Drake's mustache says, I don't trust grown men with a smooth face. I know, right? He already looks crazy. Like, does he not? I'm telling you, he looks like, I'm telling you, he was ready to kill a whole neighborhood. I'm telling you, when he had put his thumbs up on that thing, let me turn the camera. When he put his thumbs up, y'all, he put the thumbs up on the camera and he took a picture after he done killed them 4 babies. Y'all, I'm telling you, and I'm going to say babies because they were teenagers. They were like in high school. I don't know what their ages were, but I'm just saying they're young, right? They're young. Not saying they're little kids, but still, this is crazy, y'all. I cannot believe this. But let's see. I'm telling you, this is hot and popping on the press. It's all over the place. Everybody is reporting on this. And I was like, as soon as I go live to check out the Diddy trial, the Diddy watch, what is it called? The guilty verdict watch. Here comes Jamil run down the stairs saying, baby, Bryan Kohberger pleaded guilty. I'm like, oh, absolutely, no way. Crazy, right? It's crazy.
News out of Idaho. Bryan Kohberger accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students in...
Y'all, look at them eyebrows. I think he been plucking at them eyebrows because them eyebrows, they were big. They were bushy, y'all. I'm telling you, but y'all, let's continue.
2022 has accepted a plea deal. ABC News has confirmed that he has agreed to plead guilty to all counts. ABC News Live anchor Kano.
Look how beautiful those girls are. So beautiful.
From the beginning. And Kana,
this demonic entity.
Share with us about how this deal came together.
Yeah, Alex, I mean, this is simply a stunning turn of events in a case that has gripped this entire nation. Up until today, we were looking at an August 18th trial date with Bryan Kohberger's life on the line. What we know now from families who received...
Yes, Tammy, he do. He got them crazy eyes. And don't he got like a murder look? Don't he look like he is a creepy person? Like if you're going outside early in the morning trying to maybe exercise or take out some trash or late at night and you see somebody with these big old bushy, big old eyes, like he looks crazy, right? He looks really, really scary.
A letter is that Bryan Kohberger has accepted a plea deal. In part of this plea deal, the defendant will be all counts listed in the indictment. So that is 4 counts of murder as well as a burglary count as well. He will serve 4 life sentences consecutively with no possibility of parole. And the defendant will waive all rights to appeal this conviction.
He look crazy. And wait a minute, y'all. Can y'all believe how old he is? How old does he look to y'all? Right here. Don't he look like he's probably about 60 years old? Do y'all know this Joker is only like 27, 28 years old? And looking like he's 1,000 years old. I'm telling you, it's the demonic entity in him. I was like, how old is he? About 6? Because he's a Washington, he's a student. And I'm like, he look a little bit too old to be in the school. He looked like he's like maybe a borderline grandparent. I mean, he looks old. Right there, I could not believe that he was only 20, like 27, 20. He's no older than 30, but I'm going to look up his age. I could not believe it. When I say I was in shock to see how old he is, I was like, oh my God, that man looks like he is older than Methuselah. I'm just saying. It's crazy. Drake Stats Mustache says he's behind you late at night while you are fumbling with your keys trying to get the house. Yeah. And then he just standing behind you slowly and don't say nothing, but you see a shadow. And then you turn around and hear somebody looking crazy just like him. I'm telling you, he is crazy and scary looking. Teresa says, oh my God, I'm shocked. He looks older than 20 something. Yes, he looks older. I'm telling you, we're going to look up his age in a few hot minutes.
Also sounds like they will be seeking some restitution for families. This is things like money for funeral expenses.
Look right there. Look how old.
Compensation.
Look how old he looks right there. He looked like he looks like an attorney. Look like he's clean cut. Y'all, he looks like he is kicking 55 right here. He looks like an old man. I'm like, say it ain't so, but we gonna look it up, y'all, because I could not believe how old he was. I was like, y'all know y'all lying to me. Y'all need to stop telling that tale. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Well, I don't see you flying, so it must be the truth. But y'all, let's continue.
The next thing that's happening, Alex, is that there will be a change of plea hearing, and that is this Wednesday, July 2nd. And so, for some, this may be some finality and some closure. For others,
Drake Stats Mustache say he look every bit of 50. I know, right? Malik says grown old man laughing out loud. Yes. Boss says he was studying criminal law too. Yes, he was studying to go and kill somebody, y'all. I'm telling you, this Joker is crazy.
You have to imagine, Alex, there are so many unanswered questions in this case, and I'm sure that there's fear that those questions will remain unanswered. But
look at him right there. He looks old as all get out. He looks old as all get out. I'm like, this man look like he is got some 5 or 10 grandchildren. And he probably ain't even had his first child. I'll tell you, this Joker is nothing but the devil, right? Boss One, Ted Bundy's son. Yes, exactly, right? Oh my God, y'all, let's continue.
Years. The one and only suspect in the Idaho College murders case, the man who stood accused of murdering Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, Kaylee Gonzalez, and Ethan Chapin. His name is Bryan Kohberger, and he has accepted a plea deal.
Wow.
Well, and listen, Kana, of all the trials it feels like we've been keeping track of over the last several weeks, this was the one that we anticipated was at least going to have some sort of resolution later on in the year at the earliest. But for our viewers that are just kind of catching up, can you walk us through what the past several months have been like with this case?
It's been tumultuous. There has been filing after filing and pushback from the defense, initially trying to delay the trial. They have maintained their client's innocence this entire time. They wanted to have the death penalty taken off the table. They tried many times unsuccessfully for that to happen. In the meantime, this has been under a gag order. So people involved in this case have not been able to speak out about it, which is why so much of this case has been shrouded in secrecy. We thought that it was going to go to trial in Moscow, and then it got moved down to Boise, and then it got...
Girl, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm like, girl, did you hear the trial? Like they were trying to move it here, move it here. Y'all, they don't even want to deal with him. They want to send him straight to the moon. They like, don't stop at go. You send him. Look, they want to send him straight to the moon. And he's sending himself straight to the moon because he's the one who did this. He's the one who got himself into this trouble. But y'all, let me see if I can show you guys. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can show you guys, because me and yeah, I know, right? Bronze is crazy. Let me see. We gonna see the y'all. This is gross, and this is like a warning. What's it called? Whatever warning. Whenever something's like really gruesome. So this is like a warning, you guys, like a trigger warning, because this situation right here with this what I'm about to show you guys, it is disgusting, but it's a part of the evidence. So let me see if this is the right video, because I could not believe, hold on, I could not believe, let me see. Okay, this is some of the evidence. I just wanted to show you guys. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, let's see right there. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. This is a knife. Oh, hold on real quick. Let me pause it. So this is a knife. Check this out. This is a big old knife that he bought off Amazon to kill these girls. He spent $100 for a knife to kill them. And then something happened, and then he ordered a second one. I was like, this is crazy.
The K-bar. Now, if that happens, okay, well, then they also have to get a shot at, removing, let me go over here for a second, this number here, this Amazon stock number, which lines up with this knife.
And y'all, when they say that this knife was long, y'all, they say, because one of the guys, I guess on the, I don't know if it was Law and Crime or what show, but y'all, they said the knife was like, the knife part was like this long, like literally like this long. So probably if he was, I know this sounds gross, probably if he was doing what he was doing to them, he was probably going, all the way in, all the way to the other side of the body, if y'all know what I mean. I know it sounds sad and gross, but this is a long knife. But let me see if this guy right here, shout out to him. I don't even know what his page is, his name is. But let me see if they have the gruesome, let me see. If they have it's disgusting, but let me see if he has the, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Because I know I don't know if it was Law and Crime, but they showed the blood like coming off of like the porch, like underneath. It was so crazy. It was really, really crazy. Yeah, he doesn't show the evidence of the house, but one network did show the evidence of the blood. It was disgusting, and I could not believe it. And like I said, I think they knocked the house down, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see real quick, because I don't want to give bad information. Drake says viewer discretion is advised. Thank you, Drake's dad's mustache. Thank you. Let me see. House. Let me see. Oh, y'all, I found it. Viewer discretion is advised, y'all. When I show y'all this how much terrible, disgusting stuff this Joker did. He cut them up where the blood was dripping out through the house. I'm telling you, look at this. Do y'all see that blood right there? Viewer discretion, trigger warning, y'all. Do y'all see the blood? He killed them and stabbed them up so bad they were bleeding out. And they were bleeding out so bad it was coming out the house. Can y'all believe that? The blood was coming out of the house. When I say it was so disgusting, I'm telling you, it was that is sad, y'all. And I'm glad that he's just pleading guilty. Because with that evidence right there, I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine going and having to be in court and seeing your child's blood coming from a house, sweeping out through a house. That means that he chopped them up and stabbed them up so bad to where they was like, I could imagine that crime scene, y'all. It is sad. Teresa says, how in the world lounge? Yes, that's why I couldn't, like I said, I'm still a little like rough on most of the details on this case, but there's been so much going on with this case. And it's been kind of like on the back burner, I guess, per se. So I forgot a lot of the main stuff. But when I seen that and I seen and heard that it was when he did what he did and the blood was coming out the house. Like, can you imagine? The blood is seeping through oh my God. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. But I think that they tore down the house, I believe. They tore down the house. So thank God they tore the house down, because there was no way somebody could rent even the owner. The owner was probably like, just tear the house down. There's nobody that's gonna want to rent, nobody gonna want to live in there, and 4 people have been killed really bad, blood falling all out the house. No, just tear it down. So y'all, there's a house and they tore the house down. And as you guys can see, it says University of Idaho demolishes house. So they demolished the house, thank God. They tore that house all the way down. And to see this right here, the blood dripping from the inside of the house all the way out, you could tell that joker, when he was killing them, he was looking for a couple of somebody's really to kill. Like, he was like wanting to do that. I'm sorry, I'm showing you the kitchen. Yeah, he wanted to do that. This is what he wanted to do. So he earned his spot over there in the prison where he's about to go. Teresa says, yes, the blood is dripping through all of the windows. Wow, yes, dripping through the windows, through the porch. I mean, when I say I could not believe that he killed them and the blood was dripping through the house, seeping through the house. I could not believe it. I was like, OMG. But they tore the house down. Thank God they tore the house down. But y'all, I'm telling you, it is crazy. It is crazy. But yeah, so that's an update on that. Yeah, that's an update on that. But now we're going to the Diddy watch, y'all. We're going to the Diddy watch. Diddy do what bot watch, right? So tell me, y'all, everybody in the building, do y'all think Diddy is going to be guilty, not guilty, or do you think it's going to be a mistrial? Put it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Are y'all guilty, or is it going to be not guilty, or is it going to be a mistrial? Because a lot of people are watching, a lot of like lawyers like myself. A lot of people are watching these lawyers and seeing that what they're saying and trying to help us pick apart per their law degree. They are saying that basically, which I had to look at it and kind of even adjust my mind. Because at first I was like, that joker is guilty, which he is. He's still guilty. He's not innocent by no means, right? But the charges that he's being charged with, I don't think that's suffices for those charges, right? Because a RICO, let's say this for real. Let's just be for real. Can we be for real for 5 seconds, maybe a couple of minutes? We know that Big U, he got a RICO charge. Now that is a real RICO charge. Y'all know Big U was extorting people when they go to LA. He was telling them, if you come to LA, you better check in. He even extorted, they said, what's his name? Shaquille O'Neal. He was extorting him, extorting a lot. I mean, who else? I think it was Drake. A lot of big rappers. So he was telling them, you come to LA, you better be checking in. I was like, I'm not checking in with nobody. Why I gotta check in? They're like, girl, go sit down somewhere. You don't got the money that we need. You maybe got a couple of food stamps that we can borrow, but we talking about, we want the big dollars, right? But anyway, that is a RICO. That is the RICO charge that's a real RICO. What Diddy was doing, he was doing the most on the coast. We know he's a whole demonic entity. And I'm saying they're going to give him some years, right? We know he going to get some time. He's not going to walk away from this free and clear. I don't think so. I really don't think so. They're going to give him something, right? Because they didn't do all the busting up, the raiding of his properties, all them agents, all going to Miami, busting them up at the Miami airport. They didn't do all that to come to this, because people are saying that, you know, the charge, the RICO charge, you're like, where's the RICO charge? He should have been charged for something else. My theory and my thoughts is because of the what is it called where you wait too long? Tammy says, if anybody taking the L, Diddy is not the feds. Yes, that's why I said, Tammy, he's going to be going to jail. They are pinning this to him. When I say his back is still against the wall, I absolutely believe it's still against the wall. And there's no way, no how he is going to get off, because the charges, the stuff that he did, like everybody has been saying he's going to be found guilty on the prostitution and the trafficking or whatever, but all the other stuff is probably going to be like either out the window or not charged or whatever. But they're going to hold him to something, because y'all already know how I feel about that demon, right? But I had to put myself in his shoes. Like, is what he's being charged with really the charges? I don't think so. And I think what the feds were doing, and this is my opinion, they were trying to pin him to something and pick out certain things. However they came up with this, solution to the, getting him pinned, pinned to the wall. They were using the RICO and all the stuff that he's being charged with, because that was the only thing that they could really charge him to and try to hold him to. Because remember, they said that the Cassie tape, they can't charge him with that. So that's what I'm thinking. But a lot of people, it's a lot of people even changing their thoughts, because we all, right? We were all waiting for them Justin Bieber tapes. We were waiting for the Ellen Oprahs. We was waiting for, the Michael Jackson, if there was Whitney Houston. We were waiting for the tapes. Like, they were saying he was recording everybody. We were waiting for, Ray J. Did he have some tapes? Because they were allegedly, like, he was supposed to be, the one passing out the rugs and stuff, right? Why didn't they get the people? Why didn't the feds? This is a question for me that, I'm picking my brain. Like, why did the feds not bring KK in? Was it because KK was like, no, these girls were with the smoke. They wanted to freak off with Diddy. They wanted to have these freak off dragons getting their cheeks clapped and getting paid, paying them and them getting money from Diddy to live their life. They were with the smoke. And like I said, Mia, she was the worst one up there. I was like, girl, if they were giving Oscars out or whatever the highest nomination award, she would have got it. Because when I say her testimony was so terrible, and then Dawn Richards, her testimony was terrible, I was like, that's when my mind kind of started to turn, but I was still kind of giving it a little doubt. Like, I'm like, no. Because everybody then, they were throwing the towel, and there was like, there is no way that Diddy did all this RICO stuff. And what I'm reading and understanding with these lawyers, what they're reading and explaining, that the RICO is like for these mobsters, like these ones that are trying to go and make money by selling these rugs, selling that. Diddy didn't make no money off of doing this stuff. He was paying these people, right? He wasn't making no money. He wasn't selling them. No, he was buying them. You see what I'm saying? So it does make sense after I started listening to lawyers, these people, lawyers, females, males, white, black, all kind of nationalities. I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, you know what? It is making sense. And then going to the courthouse and seeing Diddy in the courthouse, seeing Mia testify. I see Mia testify. I seen his financial guy, his CFO, his chief financial officer. I seen him testify on the stand. I seen remember the one he bought the USB from? I seen him testify. He's a big dude too. He's like a big dude. I seen him testify because we were on the last stand. So the last, I say church pew. We were on the last church pew. So he walked on right next to us to go walk to the stand. But I don't think that for one moment Diddy is going to walk out. They're going to pin him to something. This ain't free. This is not free at all. And y'all know Diddy, y'all know he sued Ciroc. And when I tell you, even my baby showed me a video earlier today, Jamil showed me a video, And when he showed me that video, I was like, that there Diddy is a whole demonic entity. I said, that Joker, I'm telling you, he maybe need get the same treatment that he was dishing out to these girls. Maybe he needs to be slapped around. Put some kettlebells and elbows, some hands, some feet. Maybe he needs to get that treatment. Because when I tell you, Jamil sent me that video today with Diddy talking smart about this, and I was like, oh my God, that's why his behind is in the trouble that he's in. That's why he's in the trouble he's in. Because he thinks that he is bigger than everybody. He thinks he can talk to people any old kind of way. He can slap people up. He just got too big for his britches, right? He got too big for his britches. Tammy says, I thought that was going to be explosive instead of a de-snooze. Yes, but I think the prosecution got enough to keep. Yes, they do. You're right, Tammy. You are absolutely right. They have enough. Those charges right there, just those charges alone, from what I understand, they can carry, I think, up to 15 years or something. And who's to say how many charges they're going to charge him with? So I don't think for one moment Diddy's going to walk free. He is a whole demonic entity, right? But all I'm saying is I'm trying to be fair in the situation, right? Is this a Rico? Was he like a mobster? Was he going out having, his goons selling all these kilos of, the white powder? Was he going on the corners? Remember, because there was a epidemic when they were, remember, you used to be like scared of the white vans with the tinted windows. They used to say, you better watch out, in Walmart parking lots, make sure you stay heat, don't go out and during the dark because they snatching people in vans. That is what I feel like the trafficking situation. That's a scenario for that. But when you are having these people, hey, John, you available for a freak off? Can you come over? Because me and J-Lo, ho, the baby mama of XYZ, she's over here and she's ready to get them cheeks clapped. She's ready to take it all the way to the top, and we're going to do it. We're going to take it all the way to the top, right? Stay in the light. Be here at matter of fact, be here at 3:45 because we need to get prepared. We have the baby oil. We need to put the towels around. I'm telling you, they were with the smoke. Them girls was with the smoke. So there is no way that you could tell me that them girls was just, they're victims. No, Mia was the worst. I'm telling you, Mia deserves an Oscar, and I will always forever talk about Mia because when I say her testimony was so suspicious, and when I say I seen her with my own two eyes on the stand like this, twiddling, I don't know, peeling her skin back or something. I don't know. She probably scraped her skin. I mean, she probably rubbed it all the way down to the bone. I was like, this heifer knows she's sitting up here telling a lie and the truth ain't in her. Because there's no way you was around Diddy. Allegedly, he raped you a number of times, right? He raped you a number of times. That means he violated you. And you telling me you didn't tell your not even probably your mom or your sister or your brother. You ain't telling me you ain't called no distant cousin that you ain't talked to, or maybe that don't talk to your family, or somebody you can like really, really trust in. We all got at least one friend that is close to us, or one family member, or maybe an ex-coworker you got cool with that you can have a conversation with and it's not going nowhere, right? So she was doing all these notes, doing this for Diddy, and it was like over years. It was over a few years. And then when Diddy grabbed her phone and said, hey, hold up, swole up. You want to act crazy? You want to act a donkey? Okay. He took her phone and said, I'm going to send Cassie everything that is in your phone. I would have told him, send it, and then just send it. Send them all. Let Cassie know that you raped me, allegedly. But she was scared. She did not want Cassie to know that Mia didn't want Cassie to know that she was sleeping with her man behind her back. That's why I said these are nothing but a bunch of ho, Merry Christmases, right? Hey, Beauty Emotion, how are you? They were a bunch of whores, right? I mean, the whole tool set, just like the Kim Kardashians, the ho, Merry Christmas marching into the new year. They were a bunch of whores that wanted to get their cheeks clapped. They wanted a piece of money because we all know Diddy, he got a lot of money, right? Juicy J, she is a geriatric mermaid, during survival. She knew what she was doing. Her name is splattered all across Hollywood. And I'm not talking about in no great way. No, she is a whole demonic entity. She crazy, and she's a ho, 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 Merry Christmas. And everybody was just getting their turn at the doorknob. They clap, clap, give. Oh, you need to freak off tonight? Oh, yeah, call the baby mama of XYZ. Call the baby mama XYZ. She's a freak now. She crazy as all get out, but she will freak. She will take it. She'll be burning. She had a hot box. She'll be burning, and she will still get her cheeks clapped. Whatever you want. She will take you all the way to $1 million. I'm telling you, you just, give her $5, and she is doing a little something strange for a little piece of change and something a little extra on the side. She will give you a whole dinner meal plus dessert. Just call her up. Trust me, she's a freak. I mean, she's the #1 freak in Hollywood. And her name's all over the place. Here's her card. She was a whole whore, right? Crying, talking about, oh, I love Diddy. No, you don't. You loved his money. That's the only thing you love. Let's just be for real, right? You do not love Diddy. You love them dollar bills because right now you're on OnlyFans over there showing everything under the sun. That's your profession. So you can't be mad at Diddy because he didn't want to put no ring on your finger. A man is not going to wife no whore. No, he's just going to play with her and put her on the bookshelf or return her back to the streets. I'm just saying, hey, Seeker, how are you? Long time no see. He is going to play with her and put her back on the shelf, put her back on the corner where she belonged, where he found her at, put her back in the red light district, maybe, wherever he found her, he is going to return her. There's no way a man is going to wife no woman like that. I mean, you may find one, maybe a Walmart man who thinks that, oh, she's so fine that he done made her come up. Maybe she might get one of them. But she will definitely not get no man who is a certain caliber. She ain't gonna get no man of a certain caliber, a certain, statue, whatever. She's not gonna get that. No, absolutely not. So I don't think, like I said, a lot of people are revisiting this situation because I know a lot of us were like, oh my God, Diddy is a monster, which he is, but he did this and he did that and blah, blah, blah. And put some hands and he did that. Well, you know what? They have 2 legs. They have a brain. They could have got up and left and walked out. Let's just be for real. Let's be honest. You stayed there 3-4 years with Diddy and there's no progress. First of all, you're stupid anyway. You're dumb because you should have known when he didn't put no ring on Kim Porter's finger, but he put some babies up in there. He didn't put no ring on the other baby mama's hand, but he put a baby up in there. He had Love's mom. He ain't putting no ring on her finger. They're saying allegedly, supposedly he did. But when I see some paperwork, a marriage certificate, then that's when I'll believe that. But I'm keeping it real. Diddy holds no allegiance to nobody. He did not at all want none of them to stay like that. He used them to get babies, kids, and for them to be around. This one is used for this one's for that, this one's for that. He played around. But, they were in, rest in peace, Kim Porter. I'm just keeping it real. You as a woman have to think and look like how many babies, that should be the first question you ask when you are dating somebody. How many children you got? How many baby mamas you got? Because if you got more than 2 baby mamas, I'm sorry, there's a problem. There's a serious problem for me. Now, I'm not saying, everybody to each their own, but when you got more than 2 baby mamas, that's a problem. For a man, for me, that is a serious problem, right? You just going laying pipe over here, laying pipe over there, not even marrying none of them. You just going over there, gallivanting in them streets, laying pipe everywhere you go, laying seeds everywhere you go. But you did not want to put no ring on nobody's finger. That should have been a light bulb. But that's what I'm saying. She did not love Diddy. She loved the money. They all did. They loved the money. I'm keeping it 100, y'all. Because like I said, I was feeling so sad. Oh my God. And he was beating them and he was doing this. Let's be for real. What's her name? Cassie. She was a victim to a certain extent. I mean, she was dating a guy that was 10 years older than her when she met Diddy. So she was already out there like that. And I'm not, she's a victim up to a certain extent because she had even left Diddy for a certain time. And then Diddy went begging back. And then she went back. She went back. So I'm saying it's a bunch of, like, we all have exes, right? We have some, some people have some really demonic exes, right? Could you imagine them doing a roll up on your exes and putting them on the stand and saying what you did to them and how freaky you were, the things that you done did? I'm just saying, let's just be real. I mean, where is the kilos of the rugs? Where is all of the snatching up? Where's all the white vans snatching up the prostitutes and stuff and grabbing and snatching, kidnapping people? Where is that? That is, to me, that is kidnapping. Like the stories that they told, y'all, I'm just saying, I don't see it. At first, I seen it because we were all blindsided to the fact, right? We're like, where's the taste? All out, everybody was like, you know how, look, let me use my lipsticks. You know how you at the table and you got a knife and a fork and you're a little kid, you waiting for your mom to bring your food and you're like, hitting the table. Where is the tapes? Where is the tapes? Where is the tapes? Where is the tapes? We are all waiting for the tapes because we have yet to see them. We were like, oh, he got the minors. I was even saying, oh, he got the minors. Remember? Y'all know, if y'all been here with me over the last year, I've been talking about the minors. I've been talking about, oh, yes, they got the feds got a package. Oh, it's going to be a bomb going off. I mean, I was waiting for the smoke. And then I go to the courthouse. And I'm like, all the smoke is on the outside with people cutting up. That's where all the smoke is because there's no smoke in the courthouse. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for Justin Bieber tapes. I'm still waiting for Oprah and Stedman, or maybe Oprah and Gail. I think it was Oprah and Gail. Yeah, Oprah and Gail's tape. I'm still waiting for that. I'm still waiting for everybody's tape that we never seen. I'm still waiting for the handcuffs. I'm still waiting for the broomsticks with the man part on it at the end. I'm still waiting for all of that. And we have yet to see it. I'm like, where's that? Where is it at? I'm just saying. Teresa says, you're absolutely right. What happened to the kids? Yes. Y'all know I did videos on Allie Carter. Y'all, she had me crying and slinging snot. And I was right there on the floor, y'all, when I first started YouTube last year. And I was doing Allie Carter left and right. I mean, I was busting it wide open. Allie Carter, she said that Denzel, oh my God, y'all, Denzel didn't have her doing this. She was a body cake. She was on the table. Y'all, she went to the police and she filed a police report. Y'all, how these people gonna do them children so dirty? I was like, oh my God, I was sitting there early in the morning. 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, I was going live crying and slinging snot for Allie Carter. And I'm still trying to figure out where the children's is at. Where the children's at? I'm still trying to find out where the children's is at. We have yet to see where the children's is at. Because if I could find the children, I would have been happy to go bring them some lunch, let them go play on the playground. If I can kidnap them back and get them in good graces, what I'm saying, bring the kids back to safety. We have not seen the children. We have not seen the children, and we have not seen the tapes. Like, where's the children? Where's the tapes? Where's the children? Where is the tapes at? Where is it at? Where Allie Carter at? Where Allie Carter at? We don't even know where she at. I don't know where she's at. I have no idea where Allie Carter's at. So I'm looking at this and just thinking, and I'm like, man, was this like a real whole setup? Everybody saying this. And what is funny, like I said, what is so funny, a lot of people have changed their mindset when the case was there, especially the people who've been there boots on ground like every day. A lot of them are like, whoa, wait a minute now. This is all the way in left field. We was on the straight and narrow, and then all of a sudden they went left, right. I mean, we on the roller coaster, y'all. We up on the roller coaster. We up there. I mean, hitting the curves and everything. I'm like, this is crazy. We've been bamboozled. Hold on, wait a minute now. Hold on. This ain't adding up. Drake's dad's mustache said she's a victim of abuse. She participated in those free calls, period. Yes. And y'all, do y'all know? Do y'all know the lady that Ali Carter's with, allegedly? They are saying that she is girlfriend with her. And we love everybody here at the lounge. Y'all know we love everybody. But they were saying like she was trying to act like she was like trying to save Allie when she was trying to get in Allie's drawers. She was trying to get her hot box. She was trying to, clap her cheeks, right? And I'm like, they both have rings on, the same rings. And I'm like, y'all talking about the children? I ain't seen that one protest. I ain't seen that one video with all the kids that have been so-called abducted or, kidnapped. Or I'm still waiting. I'm like, where are they at? Where are they at? Tammy says Diddy wanted these so-called gold diggers, freak off mermaids around him, and at the end of the day, this is his fault. Yes, it is absolutely his fault. That's what I'm saying, Tammy. He got what he wanted, and they got what they wanted, and nobody won at the end, right? It was just a rattle battle and a fight. I mean, all the way to where these jokers was on the stand testifying. And when I say this girl is going to be homeless, her and her son, and I'm not being funny, I'm just being real. Diddy is going to probably hurry up after this verdict. He's going to hurry up and get her name and her whatever routing number to the bank account where the rental property is at. He is going to put the night lights out on it and say, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. You better go back to your baby daddy. Or you better go find a new baby daddy. Because I'm not paying your rent no more. You done sucked me out of money for this rent. You done sucked me out of money for this lawyer. And you on the stand testifying against me. And I am the one paying your rent. I'm the one keeping the four corners over you and your son's head. Oh, absolutely not. Y'all, he is going to hurry up and get her out of there. I'm telling you. Hold on. Let me go out and come back in. Don't hang up, guys, because YouTube is playing with my emotions. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Let me close out and come back. Okay, I'm back. YouTube, y'all see my numbers. That's why I said I got the YouTube be cutting up. But anyway, yes, Diddy is not going to allow her to continue to use him when his money is dwindling down, because y'all already know they said a lot of his money has been used for these lawyers. Now, Diddy got plenty of money. I don't know what his worth is, but y'all, they are saying that them dollar bills is marching out of that account, and I'm telling you, at a high rate, high pace. I don't know what's going to happen, but if he's guilty of some of the charges, I don't know if it's, I believe it's the RICO, because me and Jamil was talking about it. The RICO, if he's guilty of that, if they find him guilty of that, which I don't believe that he's going to get that charge. I may be wrong, though. I'll take the L. But one of those charges is going to wipe all of his money. They going to take them houses. They going to seize everything. It's called, what is it called? Financial forfeiture. So they are going to be taking all of his stuff, and it's going to be gone. He ain't going to have nothing. He going to be in there looking like Santa Claus that stole Christmas 40 years ago, trying to eat some Cheetos with maybe some beef jerky for his meal. I'm just saying, y'all. But I don't know how long these juries. Oh, y'all, breaking news again, if y'all didn't hear. Y'all, there was a juror, a male juror, 51 years old. He was giving them a hard time. He was giving them a hard way to go. I don't know if he has a strong, how can I say it? Like, he's like really stern in what he wants as far as him either saying he's not guilty or he's guilty. I'm not sure, but y'all, they said, yes, number 25, Tammy, they said that that guy was not wanting to follow the judge's directions in the jury, jury deliberation, and they got him out of there. They put the night light out on him, and they got a black female in on his slot. So y'all, I don't know if there's something going on. I have no idea. Are they trying to push this guilty verdict on Diddy? Like, hey, here it is. You see this, you see that. And he's like, oh no, he is not guilty of this, or he is guilty of this. Whatever the case may be, I'm telling you, this juror already sees there's some stuff going on behind closed doors. I believe, and I may be wrong, and I'll take the L for it. But I believe that whatever it is, something is not right behind them doors in that courthouse. I'm just saying. Gary says, I still wouldn't be surprised if he gets off. Me either. I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I'm saying I don't even know. Hey, Kai. Kai says, please don't tell me what I can't grasp. No, I'm not capable of reading your mind. While the case isn't specifically about DV, it was used by the prosecution to prove force. Yes, they were saying force and coercion and stuff like that, but to me, and a lot of people are saying the same thing, because a lot of people were saying, you know, he's guilty at the beginning, like myself. And then I started watching all of these lawyers. I'm telling you, lawyers of all races and, you know, all both genders, male and female. And when I was sitting down, because they know the law, I'm not no lawyer. Look, my degree is not in law. My degree is in something else. But I listened to them, and they were saying this is not like a RICO. A RICO would be like Big U. You know, Big U, he's like over there. He's like forcing and what's it called? Where they forcing money out, bribery or whatever. I don't know what, I forget the name. But anyway, when they come to LA, they were saying, you better check in. If you don't give me no money, it's about to be some problems. But extortion, that's what it was, extortion. So that is more like a RICO. You know, that was like an organized crime, because remember, they picked up like 20 or 30 of them jokers with Big U. What's the one that said Sweetie? I forget his name. Him, and like it was like 18 or 20 guys that got rounded up in that RICO charge. Now that's a RICO. You sending out your goons, telling your goons to go extort Shaq. Go extort. Tell him if he don't check in, we about to beat him up. They were taking their jewelry. They were taking it to the pawn shop or somewhere. And they were like, if you want it back, you better give us X amount of dollars. And this is what they were doing. So that is more of a RICO to me. A RICO. Diddy had maybe a FRICO, right? Diddy had a FRICO. What's that, babe? What you looking at?
What?
Oh. Diddy had more of a FRICO. Tammy says that juror could have been the one guilty or one innocent. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I don't know, y'all, but it's kind of making me have these vibes where it's like something's going on behind closed doors for one, right? But then it's like, are they trying to say, you better say guilty or you better say innocent? And that guy, whether it's innocent or guilty, and that juror, the 51-year-old male, he's like, you ain't gonna tell me if I'm gonna select innocent or guilty. You can't do that. You can't force that on me. Because sometimes that's what happens. And he is standing his ground. He's like, no, I'm not following no jury instructions, because what they say, probably check a mark box off. He's guilty for this. Check, trying to like force them into either guilty or innocent. You know what I'm saying? And he was not having it. And they got him out of there in a hot New York minute. When I tell you I was getting the emails and they were like the docket, blah, blah, because I have signed up for, all the paperwork, all the court documents. And when I seen that, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. They got him up out of there in a hot New York minute. Get out of here. And they said even, y'all, let me read it to y'all. Because when I say I was laughing, I was like, oh my God. They told him, make sure if you got a jacket, you got a lunch pail in here, you got a thermos, you got a water bottle, make sure you get it, because don't come back over here to this courthouse. When I say they put him out lightly and politely, y'all, they put him out. They were like, get out of here and don't come back. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, y'all. I'm telling you, it is crazy. Let me read what it says, y'all. When I say I was weak when I read this, I was like, are you serious? I was like, they didn't put him out. They didn't even give him a drink of water, as hot as it is over there in New York. They didn't even try to offer him no water bottle on the way out. They said, get out. Don't come back. And don't forget, make sure you got your man purse. Make sure you got your jacket. If you got a cane, if you got a water bottle, take it, get out, don't come back, right? Hey, guy, how are you? I'll tell you, it was crazy. Drake Stats Mustache says, yeah, I get what you're saying, Kai, but when it gets tricky, it's hard to convict when you know she was willing participant. That's my point. Yes, they were willing participants, and I seen it with my own eyes, y'all, and that's what made me change my mind, because like I said, Diddy is a monster, and everybody knows Diddy's a monster, right? Nobody is saying Diddy is a nice person at all. Everybody is agreeing on that. Everybody is agreeing on that, but what they're saying with him doing all this stuff, yeah, he's guilty of a lot of stuff, right? But is he really guilty of the RICO? That's like Diddy did not make no money off of this stuff. When you have a RICO, this is like these organized crime. You got people, you got your goons, you got these 4 dudes. Okay, Charlie, Nick, Jason, and Peter, y'all going over there on South Street. Y'all are gonna work that corner. Y'all got 2 kilos, and y'all gonna bust it up, and y'all gonna sell in that corner. Okay, Matthew and Juan and Julio. Jermichael, y'all gonna be over there. Y'all gonna be on the south side. Y'all gonna be on Martin Luther King selling the weight over there. That is like organized crime when you're making money off it. Diddy didn't make no money, y'all. See, this is not what they're like breaking down. We have to think about it. Diddy didn't make no money. How is this a RICO? RICO is when you're selling stuff. You're you're making money off of prostitution. You're selling drugs. That is what they're talking about. And see, this is not what they're explaining to us until I had to do, like I said, my own research and have the fact that see the fact that you're right. Diddy didn't make no money off of this. Diddy was, if anything, he was paying everybody, paying the freaks, paying the whores that he had, J-Ho-Ho, Merry Christmas. He was doing all of that. Let's see. Let me read this. Let me read this to y'all, because y'all, when I say I see this stuff, I was weak. I was like, this is hilarious, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can, hold on. Let me see if I can, because when I read this, I should have figured out where it stopped at. Because when I say they put him out, they talk about get your jacket. Make sure you don't forget your jacket. I was laughing. I was like, these people is not playing. When I say that juror number 25, he didn't teed them off. I'm telling you, they didn't put him out of that courthouse. Let me see. Let me read it. Let me go. Oh, it's a lot of pages, y'all. So I'm definitely not gonna read all of this. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. Let's see right here. Let me just read. Okay. I'm gonna read. Okay, I'm gonna read one. Let me see. And have one on trial. Okay, this is, you must not discuss. Okay, so this is the end of, y'all. This is the end of the little, this is the end of the, when they put the juror out. They have to, do the paperwork. They do a court document to remove him. And when I say they told him, don't get your jacket, don't get the water bottle, if you got a cane, take the cane. Don't ask us for no water on the way out, because we don't care. We don't need you no more. We putting you out, and we're returning you to the streets. We picked you up on the streets. Now we're returning you back to the streets. When I say I was weak, I was laughing. I was like, these people is not playing. These feds ain't playing. They said, let me see, duties of 4-person. Let me see, hold on. I'm trying to see if I can find, let me see, hold on. Let me see if I can do it on my laptop, because my phone, I'm trying to find certain words, because I seen the jacket, y'all, and I was weak. I was like, these feds, they said, oh, juror number 25, I think it was, Tammy. Oh, you don't want to, listen to the juror's instructions? Okay. Hurry up, y'all. Hurry up and write him his walking tickets. Hurry up and get him out of here, because he is not going to be in here. We're going to tell him what to do. He don't want to listen? Okay, tell him to get his umbrella, his water bag, his jacket, and get out. I'm telling you, this, okay, I bring it up on my laptop. When I say I was weak, when I was reading that, I was like, hold up, swole up. I was like, are you serious? They really told him that? Yes, get out, basically, to get out. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it, because I was laughing. I was like, they told him to get his jacket. Let me see. I don't know if I can. Let me download it. They told him to get his jacket. They told him to get his water bottle. And they told him, don't you come back over here. Look, don't you come back by here. Don't you come back around here. Don't you come back around here. That's what they told him. Don't you come back around here. Let me see. Let me see. Where is my downloads? Let me see. Because I'm telling you, I was laughing. I was weak. I was like, no, this Joker did not. No, this Joker did not. I don't know why I can't. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Let me see if I can find it, because if not, let me see. I think I can. Let me see. Let me see. It was crazy. I should have marked it. Let me see. When I say I see that, I don't know why it's not, I think it's a locked document. It's not gonna let me search it. Hold on, let me see, y'all. Let me see. Cause I could have sworn I seen something that said a jacket, get your belongings, and get out. Hey, TX, how are you? Maria, hey. Maria says, hey, sis, I hope your day is going very nice. Nice to see you. I see you got your laundry done. Girl, that laundry's in the laundry room waiting for me to tend to it. No, I was busy bumping my gums with my friend. I was busy bumping my gums with my friend. I ain't getting no laundry done, but it's about to be done. I was like, oh, my goodness, I need to go and do that laundry, y'all. But I was busy talking. Dang, where is it at? Here it is right here, y'all. Here it is. Y'all, when I say, look, when I say this thing was funny, I was like, they is putting him out on the streets. They said they picked you up, they found you through the IRS or through your taxes or whatever to come to be a juror. Now they're returning you back to the streets. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is hilarious, y'all. It says at the very last paragraph, it says, I am sorry that you will likely miss the experience of deliberating with the jury, right? It says, but the law provides for a juror of 12 people, of 12 persons in this case. Hey, my baby Jamil Peterson. My baby says, salute, sweet, and everything, everyone in the building. Salute to you too, baby. So it says right here, I'm reading the end of the paperwork, baby. Remember I told you to get all your stuff and get out. So they said, so before the rest of the jury retires to the jury room, look, if you have any clothing or any objects there, you are asked to pick them up and to withdraw before deliberations start. Without discussing the case, you may also say your goodbyes to your fellow jurors. When I say they put him out back on Front Street, they returned him back to the streets, y'all. When I read that, y'all, I was weak. I was like, they said, I said jacket, but it said clothing. Because when I seen that, I was like, oh, they told him, get your jacket, get your water thermos, look, get your lip gloss, your lipstick, and get out of here. And say goodbye to your fellow jurors, y'all. I'm telling you, I was weak. When I say I read that, because I was like, this is a lot of pages. I'm not 60-something pages, right? But they wrote them pages up quick. As soon as they got the message, look, they were like, oh, juror number 25, he in here cutting up. Your Honor, he does not want to listen. He wants to do what he wants to do. And he's a 50-year-old grown man. He don't want to listen to your instructions. They're like, okay, hurry up, get him out of here. Y'all, when I say this thing was hilarious, when I was scrolling down trying to like spot read it, And it said to grab your clothes, get your clothing, get your articles, and then tell your fellow jurors goodbye. See you in the next lifetime. I'm telling you, I was like, dirt. I was like, oh man, this is pure survival, right? They put the juror out on the streets. They say, if you don't hurry up and get out of here, grab your clothing, look, grab your lip gloss and your man purse if you got one, get out of here and don't come back. Tell your fellow jurors to tell them bye, tell them see you in the next lifetime, and keep your mouth shut. You better not say not one peep about what's going on behind these four corners. Next juror in here, come on, let's bring her in. Then they brought a female, a black female in there. But when I say, y'all, I could not believe it. They said I was weak, y'all. They told this man, they had hurried up and wrote a thing, and they told him, I'm sorry that you will likely be missed, right? They tried to be nice, right? I'm sorry that you will likely be missed. The experience of deliberating with the juror. But the law provides for a juror of 12 persons in this case. So before the rest of the jury retires to the jury room, if you have any clothing or any objects there, you are asked to pick them up and to withdraw before any deliberation start. Without discussing the case, you may also say your goodbyes to your fellow jurors. They told them to get out and don't come back. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, y'all. Like I said, that was hilarious. I was like, dang. They not only was telling him to get out, they was telling him to tell jurors tell your jurors, goodbye, because you was like, you'll never see them again. I was kind of scared when they said that. I was like, whoa, that's kind of scary. Tell your fellow jurors goodbye. Am I telling them goodbye because I will never ever see them? Hurry up, y'all. Let me pass this paper around. Put y'all phone numbers on this paper because y'all know we about to make some money on this case because y'all know these jurors are about to make some bank. They are about to make some bank. And this juror right here, and the juror, the one that they got off, the juror number 7 or 6. Oh, I'm telling you, these jokers are about to cash out. ABC, NBC, Lifetime, all these people, all these movies, Netflix. They are about to be making some mucho dinero. Let me make sure to see if none of them are my cousins. Because I'm telling you, let me see if I got any cousins on the juror. Because they are about to cash out. I'm telling you, they are about to go. They about to be having a lot of money. Especially these two. The 26, juror number 25, and juror number 7, I think it is. They are about to be cashing out. TY says the bag cash app. Yes, they are about to make a lot of money because when they are able to talk and tell their stories and tell what's going on behind them federal courthouse doors, y'all, I'm telling you, it's about to be up and stuck. You talking about them? Some of them, they probably live in low income housing. Oh, baby, they about to be living next to Diddy over there on wherever he's at in Manhattan. They about to be neighbors with Diddy, right? This about to be up and stuck, y'all. I'm telling you, these jurors are about to make some mucho dinero. Teresa says, I was thinking about that this morning. Yes, they are about to make mad cheese. Yes, they are about to cash out. Can y'all imagine? As soon as the court hearing is out, they probably gonna have them paparazzis with the cameras trying to get pictures, trying to get their numbers. I would like to interview you, Maria. Yes, John, I would like to interview you. Yes, Shanice, I would like to interview, and throwing money. I'll be like, oh, how much we talking? How much we talking? How much? How much is the interview? Because you're not gonna pay me $500. I'm worth more than that. I'm a Diddy juror. Don't get that twisted, okay? I'm a Diddy juror. Do you know who I am? Look, do you? That's when they start getting like, a little, their chest puffing out. Do you know who I am? Do you not know I'm juror number 4? They're like, juror number 4? Yes. I'm juror number 4. Diddy's juror number 4. And they gonna be like, how much are you trying to pay? We're trying to just get an interview for $200, $300. Oh, no, absolutely not. Because I'm telling you, these people know that they are about to cash out. And these people coming, ABC, Lifetime, and all that. Oh, they not about to be letting them get over on them and try to pay them a little something, a little piece of, change. Oh, no, they better be coming with the bag, right? They better be coming with the bag because they are not going to be accepting no $200, $300 interview. Absolutely not. Because the Punisher and all of them, they are going on YouTube YouTube tour, getting that money, I'm telling you, when I say these, the sex workers are over here cashing out, they are cashing out. They are taking it all the way to the bank. They took it from the bank to the bedroom, from the bedroom to the bank. I'm telling you, Diddy did not just make them, freak off mermaids. He done made them famous, y'all. I'm just saying, let's just keep it real, right? He made them famous by being freak off dragons and freak off mermaids, right? He made them famous. They are about to cash out. They about to make all the bank, right? They are about to be doing it big. But the federal government, he gave them the boot. Did they give jury number 7 the boot like they gave him the boot? And this was, I believe, this was a white man, 51 years old. And I think he was like if I'm not mistaken, he had like a good job. I don't know, chemist or something. He had a good job. So they gave him the boot. So I guess he was like, I don't care. Federal government, y'all could take this paper and shove it up where. And you can go to HE double hockey sticks and gasoline draws, right? And I'm gonna tell you where to go and how to get there, right? I'm telling you, he probably was snapping like a bucket of crabs. I'm telling you, he didn't probably go out like, because he was probably like stern. He's a 51-year-old man. He's set in his ways. You can't try to sway him either way, or the other, you try to, cook a little like some spaghetti or some lasagna, and he'd be like, no, I don't like no spaghetti. And then you'd be like, okay, just try it. It might be good. Did I tell you I don't like spaghetti? Didn't I tell you that? Okay. It's lasagna. It's either lasagna or nothing. He was putting his foot down. He was not playing with them today. And he got the boot. They got him right on up out of there. You don't want to follow the agenda over here? Oh, okay. Assistant, hurry up and write them papers up and get him out of here. Hurry up. Tell me he got clothes, got a cane, he got some napkins, he got a little fan. Tell him to hurry up and grab his sugar honey iced tea and get the what out of here. Right? I'm telling you, when I see this, that was crazy. It was crazy. But y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all. This Diddy watch is hot on the block. And also what's his name again? Bryan Kohberger, y'all. That is hot on the block too. Aaron, welcome. Thank you. That is hot on the block, right? These situations is going on in these courthouses, y'all. I'm telling you, this situation is going on. But breaking news, Bryan Kohberger, he has said that he was guilty and that he is going to be in prison for the rest of his life. He cannot get out early or anything. He has to be there for the rest of his life. So he's pleading guilty, and he's already done, y'all. I wanted to go to that trial, me and my baby, but I guess we're not going to be able to go to that trial. So we on to the next trial. We got to figure out what trial we want to go to next, because Bryan Kohberger, that's already out the window. He's been pleaded guilty, killing 4 college students, so that's done. He's just going to be getting his sentence, whatever they're going to sentence him to, which I know is double life, triple life, or quadruple life, life after life. Yeah, so we won't see him ever again in life, right? He is getting the books thrown at him, seriously. But Diddy trial, we're going to keep you guys in the loop, you guys. I don't know, YouTube is playing with my peoples, I see. But y'all, we not gonna let that discourage us. We gonna keep on going. But y'all, live, love, laugh, be good to each other. Love, live, laugh, love, peace, and tranquility. I can't even talk. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility, as I always say. And y'all be good. Tammy says, what was or wasn't in the bag didn't warrant hands and feet being put on her girlfriend. Now, oh yeah, absolutely. Y'all already know. I don't know who Tammy's responding to, but yes, that was wrong. We know Diddy is a monster, right? We know he's a monster. And that's the stuff that we wish that we could have. But I know the statute of limitations were passed, because remember they were showing the video. They said, but we can't charge them with that because the statute of limitations passed. So I think that's why they did stuff the way they did. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Are they going to come out with a verdict tomorrow? I don't know. They better come up with a verdict before the 4th of July, because if not, they may be up in there July 3rd, July 4th, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. They better come up with a verdict, but I don't know, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. But y'all always lead with love, peace, and tranquility. Smash the like button if y'all haven't already. If you're on the replay game, Smash the like button as y'all come in. Subscribe to my channel. And y'all, we will do it again tomorrow. Is there going to be a verdict? I don't know, y'all. We're going to see. But y'all have a great night. Night-night. Sleep tight. And like Diddy says, y'all better stay in the light, y'all. Bye.